Hello everyone, welcome to Episode by Episode. I'm B3, obviously, and we are still looking at The Batman, Season 1. Very neat, Episode 4, The Batman, Season 1. And this episode is called The Man Who Would Be Bat. Yeah. It's a neat little episode. I remember this one vividly. I remember it from when I was younger, watching it when I was younger on the WB. It's a good one. I like this one. At the same time, I remember, for some reason I thought this was the first episode for a long time, and that it was like a shout out, because it was supposed to be just like the first episode of Batman the Animated Series, but don't know where I heard that. But that stuck in my brain. Turns out it's not true, because it's episode 4, not episode 1. Because episode 1 of the animated series was Man-Bat. Just so you know. But, Man-Bat episode, pretty cool. It starts off with the detectives, chase Batman away, blah, blah, blah. And, whoosh, this big flurry of bats just goes by, and the detectives follow it in their detective mobile. And all the bats fly into Wayne Industries, of course. And it does a really good job of convincing you that they think Bruce Wayne is Batman. And they even go into Wayne Industries. Ethan looks at Bruce and says, "Bruce, we know you're the Batman." But, of course, he said that as a joke. But they did a real good job of convincing you that they thought Bruce Wayne was Batman. And so they ask to see what's in the upper levels of Wayne Industries and etc. And they go up there, Dr. Langstrom's place, all the bats are there, and the detectives accuse Dr. Langstrom of hiding something because it's so dark. Bruce Wayne's like, it's dark because bats are nocturnal detective. That's common knowledge. That's what he says to her. It made me laugh. I thought that was pretty funny. I love this more optimistic Bruce Wayne. I really do. Batman can be a little too gloomy sometimes. Like if you read New 52 Batman, dang. This can get gloomy, my friends. But that's one of the reasons I like this show, because it's a little, it's a Batman you can watch and have a lot more fun watching. But it still be serious when it needs to be, and etc. And sad when it needs to be. But, you got the Batman being all swag and stuff, doing his thing. And they're in Dr. Langstrom's little lab, and when the detectives leave, Bruce Wayne tells Dr. Langstrom that he's shutting him down. Obviously because he doesn't want to give the detectives an excuse to snoop around Wayne Tech. So if he gets rid of Dr. Langstrom's stuff, then maybe he can help get rid of this suspicion. Dr. Langstrom begs Bruce Wayne not to shut him down, shows him a picture of this little girl, says it's his niece, and that she is deaf, and he's trying to cure deafness, and he's on a breakthrough. Bruce Wayne, of course, believes him, and he buys hearing aids for her, goes to her house. Turns out she's not deaf. He's angry, goes up to Dr. Langstrom's laboratory again, finds out Langstrom is obsessed with the Batman. And Langstrom drinks a serum that turns him into Man-Bat. This big white human bat, which is awesome. Flies away. The detectives show up with a search warrant to search Wayne Industries. Bruce Wayne doesn't want to let him in, though, because he has to go fight Man-Bat now. And lucky him, the detectives get a call that a big bat-like man creature thing is terrorizing Gotham and stuff. They think it's the Batman. They go, and Bruce Wayne, of course, follows in his Batmobile as Batman. They show up, kind of a scuffle with Man-Bat and Batman. Man-Bat turns back into Langstrom. Langstrom runs away. Batman chases after him. And the detectives kind of cut him off. They're chasing Batman. And Detective Yin runs into Langstrom. Kind of like tries to place him under arrest. Batman shows up. He's like, And of course they thought Batman was Langstrom, which is so dumb because he's much taller than Langstrom, very buff. Langstrom's obviously old. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. But they go. Langstrom turns back into Man-Bat, and the detectives, you find Man-Bat. Man-Bat takes Detective Ethan. So that's not very good. Takes Ethan away. Because the Man-Bat's been flying around feeding on animal flesh. Batman told him it's only a matter of time before you start feeding on humans. And Langstrom didn't care. He said he just wants to be feared. He wants to be powerful. It's like, ooh, such angry, evil villains. That's another thing with most of the villains. None of them are victims of circumstance. Like, because Victor Fries and Langstrom used to be victims of circumstance. And in this show, they're not. They're just straight up evil villains. But, no, he flies away. That's his second dose, and after 3 doses, he's Man-Bat forever. Straight up. So, that's his second dose. Takes Ethan away. Batman goes down to fight him in, like, the sewers and stuff because the sun has come up and Man-Bat doesn't want to be out in the light. They're fighting down there. He gets the detective free. They go all around, and Batman has this little sonic pulse device that is causing lots of trouble for Man-Bat because Man-Bat uses sonar to see things, and now he can't see. He's pretty much blind because of all this noise. Batman defeats him, comes out. Langstrom gets arrested after he turns back into a man, of course. But, yeah. And throughout many of the episodes, Detective Ethan has kind of been accepting the Batman. Like, he's starting to realize that the Batman is more than just a vigilante, that he's a hero, that he's a symbol. And now that the Batman has personally saved his life, like, just, because Batman's saved his life before and stuff, but this time it was really personal. And now that Batman saved his life, he has those feelings more. So he's starting to think that maybe they shouldn't be trying to stop the Batman. Maybe they should be working with him, or he should be working with them, as it would be. But yeah, it's a good episode. Nice little Man-Bat origin story. It's different from the animated series in the fact that you have this conflict and the near uncovering of Bruce Wayne's identity and this evil Dr. Langstrom, who at the end is in Arkham Asylum scratching equations on the wall with a fork. That's pretty crazy. And his laugh gets like really high screeched like bat noises, which is also really crazy. I thought that was a really cool thing to do, by the way. Lots of cool shots and sounds and stuff in the show. They really did try and pay attention hard to this show. It wasn't just some cheap Batman animated series like Beware the Batman just to get a few bucks off Batman. No, they really did try and care about this show. You can tell. But yeah, that's it. Episode 4 of the Batman. Hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you see the episode yourselves and enjoy it. And next episode will be coming out soon. I'll see you all